how to draw a human face that looks like a human face and not an alien. Okay, ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The head, this is only for the front view.
Yes.
Then you start rotating, it's a whole different story.
No, the
front view is an egg, basically an egg.
Mm-hmm.
And strangely, the eyes are halfway down.
See, that's what I need to know. The eyes
This
are
is
half.
the first place where people go wrong.
Okay.
Modern mind wants you to put the eyes higher, but actually what's happening when you're seeing another person, often they have hair and fringe and things, and when our human face recognition system kicks in, we're looking from here down. So we think the eyes are higher up, but actually from the top of the head, it's actually halfway. It's just that the human brain doesn't see the hair when it's trying to recognize people. It's looking here.
Okay.
So your modern mind tries to trick you into drawing it higher. So eyes are here. Then if you cut another halfway, so let's draw a line down the middle here.
So a quarter of the way down, 3/4.
Yes. So I like to think of it as half, half, half. So we go half there.
Yes.
Now from here down to here, we go halfway again. For an average human being, that's the bottom of the nose. I did that a bit high, a bit low.
The bottom of the nose. Oh my God. Okay.
And then you do another half. That's the bottom of the mouth.
Okay.
So then if you do another little half in here, it's like the top of the mouth.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Then the width of the mouth is often, see the center of my iris?
Yes.
If you drop a vertical down, it's sort of about the edge of the mouth in the resting position.
Width of mouth is vertical from center of eye, right?
Yep. Now, if you're wondering where the eyes are, the easiest way to do it, remember, this is an average human being and there's no such thing. Everybody's different. We've got different widths, different lengths, everything. Some people have little tiny noses. Some people have long noses. Everything's different when you start observing with your eyes. But this is an average. So to work out where the eyes are, what you do is you say, when you do the eye shape, let's say do this almond shape here for the eye.
Yes. Yes.
You think of, there's 5 of those going across here. So there's an eye here.
Oh.
In between this one to this one, haven't got this quite right. There's an eye here, eye width here, and there's an eye width here. So this is where the real eye is here.
Oh my word.
So you can see it. Like all you got to do is look in the mirror and go, okay, there's my eye width there. If I go from inside to inside, it's about an eye. And then from there to the side of my head is about an eye. From there to the side of the head is, for me, it's a bit under.
You know, all these art classes I took, nobody ever told me this stuff. Okay, 5 across.
So then the ears for an average person, oh, sorry, we got to drop the mouth down here. So half again for the middle of the mouth is another half.
Yes.
And so the width of the mouth comes down from here.
Yes. Okay. How simple that becomes. As long as you're average.
Only average. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't work for portraiture because with portraiture, you're trying to find what's unique about that person. And the only way to do that is measure, 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 just like I showed you in the
Yeah,
challenge.
I didn't realize this, yeah.
So the other thing is the ears. An average person, it goes from the eye line to the nose line. But you know, some people have got bigger ears, some people have got little ears. Can you see with
Yes.
my ears?
Yours,
there.
yours are about that. Yours are about that. Yes.
I've got quite small ears. But then you see
Yeah.
some people have got quite long ears and
Yeah,
it
they've
doesn't
got
match.
big.
This is not
Yeah.
true. This is not true.
Okay. I get it. I
But
get
this
it.
is just a way to get you started. And what I like about this tool is you can use it to break down what modern mind tells you.
Mhm.
So once you've done all of that, you can just go, oh yeah, there's a fringe here.
Yeah, there's hair up there.
And it's usually, it pops up higher usually.
Yeah.
And then wherever it's going to come down here, if it's a girl, the lovely neck in there, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So let me talk about the light on this face. If you're having trouble with where the light is, this photo is a bit of a tricky one. She's very front lit. The light is actually coming from diagonally down in front of her because the shadows are even on each side. See, that's even on each side of the nose, even on each side of here. And definitely you can tell from here because her jaw is casting a shadow underneath her neck. So that's front lit. So you need to make a decision in your painting where you're going to put your light. I made a conscious decision that the light was coming from over here because when I started putting the pale of the face up here and the shadow down here, that's like, you know, the ball, the light's coming from this side and the shadow's over this side. So each part of it, the eye socket, there's shadow under there, but light under here, shadow under there, not so much light over here. And definitely the shadow's dropping down on the right hand side here. That means that when I put the highlight on the eyes, I have got to put the highlight on the top left, not the top right. It makes sense. If the highlight's on the top left of the eye, then that's because the light is coming from this side. So you can make your own decision about where the light is in this painting. All right? So this is misleading, this photo, because it's front lit, very evenly lit. But you can choose, it's much more dramatic if you had side lighting in portraits. Don't forget that when you're doing the proportions of the human face, vague, sort of from imagination, because this one was from imagination and memory. Vague proportions of the human face. When you're doing eyes, there's halfway across here. You divide that into 5. It's tricky to do. You've got to kind of have a guess and then maybe adjust it a little bit. If you divide that horizontal line into 5, like that, then the eyes sit there and there's an eyeball width on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, and in the middle. So the nose comes down in the middle here. And the eyelids cover over these eyeballs. So you can put the iris in there, but then remember the eyelid has to come over to look relaxed. And then the bottom lid comes in underneath. But there's an eyeball width to the left, to the center, and to the right. So if you're going to do this from imagination, don't forget that the next eye would need to start over here. And then that would make sense. Don't put them too close together on the page. Make sure that you've got the same width of the eye in the center and then you put the next eye. That's when you're looking at it straight on. It's a totally different story when you start rotating. All right. here's what the simplest way to draw a classy nose, here's the nose, it's coming down here somewhere, is to do a little, there's two nostrils which go wide, then you get the little whoopsie underneath, I don't know what the name of it is, and then it bumps up here. So it's this little curve underneath the nose. Often you can do what some people do, there's all this mixed media journaling. There's a few famous artists worldwide that do this mixed media journaling. They teach you to do a nose with the little ball thing on either side of the nose. And then they just do this. You can do another little, you know, a bigger ball for the end of the nose and then the side of the nose up here. So that it's like two little balls, one bigger ball, and then the stick. And in the end, what you get is this very pretty little female nose. So there's a shadow there where the nostril is, shadow there, and then up on the nose here, so you can sort of carve it down to here. But that helps you to see where the highlights are going to be on the nose, and then the lips are down here. And then the lips can be done, this is the mixed media journal artists' way of doing it. They do a little ball here, two little balls up the top here, and carve the lips around that as a bigger ball here for this fat lip. And that's the bottom of the lip there. This is looking very tragic. But do you see the idea? You just start off with these little balls, and then you can create the nose from that. But in general, if you just wanted to draw no nose at all, you can just go a little at the bottom of the nose. Here's the nose up here. The bottom of the nose, if you want that to be a very delicate female, feminine nose, this is not realism, this is representative art, but if you want to represent a nose in a pretty way, you would do this little double wave thing. So can you see that? Just this little ooh is all you need. And that's the bottom of the nose. So I'll show you on this one. I go, the end of the nose is down here. I'm going to rest my fingernail in the paint so that I can support my hand. And I go, it goes up into the nostril, down into the little pointy bit, up into the nostril and down. Bang. It just looks like the end of a nose, doesn't it?